Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me for day 80 of Insights from My Journey. I hope that this provides some wisdom for you. So let's dig into our verse that our prayer was based on today. It's Psalm 71, verses 7 through 8. And it starts like this. My life is an example to many because you have been my strength and protection. So the very first part of that is eye-opening. My life is an example to many. We need to remember that people are watching us, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's not just children. Many times, probably most of the time, it's adults. Now, our children are definitely watching us, and so are other children, and they're going to follow our example. And adults will too, especially depending on what they see the results are of the way that we're living. But y'all, sometimes they'll follow a bad example as well, especially our children, because they see us doing it and they love us and they want to be like us, even if we don't want them to be like us. So we need to remember that our life is an example to many people, because you, that's God, have been my strength and my protection. So we are praying that because we are finding our strength in the Lord, that will cause our life to be an example to more people than our bad habits and our fearful moments and our times of, well, the times we fail. So let's remember that our strength and our protection is in the Lord. That's where we need to be seeking it. And there are a lot of people that are watching us to see whether we are or whether we aren't. And we don't want to lead them in the wrong direction. We especially don't want to lead our children down a path that will lead them to trials and fear. We're all going to have trials, but we don't have to have fear. We can overcome that fear through the Lord. And we need to be praising him and thanking him for that all the time as we strive to be good examples to those who are watching us. Now, some of those are people we know and love, and some of them are strangers that are just watching and they're seeing and they're like, why is that person so full of joy? Or why is that person always so down? Why is that person always so full of fear? Why are they never victorious? Or at least we don't see any victory. We don't want those people to be our example, y'all. They can be our example of how not to be, because those are the people that are not trusting God. Those are the people that are leaning on their own strength. Those are the people that are looking at their problems rather than looking at the Lord, and their problems are stealing their joy because they're not trusting the Lord. They don't know how to fix their problems. Do you? I don't. I know I try and I end up praying for wisdom. And that's how my problems usually end up getting solved. So be aware of the fact that we are examples to many. And what kind of example are we setting? And let's choose. Let's choose to set a good example. Let's choose joy. We have choices in this life. We don't get to choose what our troubles are and what our challenges are, and what good or bad things are going to happen to us. We can only choose how we're going to react to those things. And we can choose to react with faith and walk with joy and confidence in the middle of all of our trials and turmoils and challenges and sicknesses and shortages and closed doors. Because God can fix those things. So we can lean on him, or we can spend our time running into the closed door, wailing and moaning, and wondering why it never opens. But we never take our eyes off the door and put it on the Lord. So let's let people see us doing that. Putting our eyes on the Lord, trusting him rather than the problem. And even when the problem is not fixed, not gone away, not healed, not provided for, whatever, we can still have joy. We can walk in joy. Really, real joy, not fake put on joy. Oh, I'm supposed to be happy. No, real joy, because we're not alone. So, y'all, take heart and find someone to be your example that is walking with the Lord and trusting in the Lord, and draw strength and faith and hope from their example, and talk to them. How is it you can be like this? I know what you've got going on. How can you still be smiling? How can I hear songs of praise coming from your lips when I know what your burden is? And you get the blessing of saying, it's the Lord. He's got this. I don't have to worry about it. Because you believe it. And faith is what saves us, y'all. Faith is what heals us. Faith. Whatever we believe. If we believe the Lord's coming to save us and provide for us, by golly, He is. If we believe He doesn't even hear our prayers, we're probably not even saying them. If we believe He doesn't care, we're probably going to keep walking in that hole we're in. Trust the Lord. He will lift us up. He will get us through. He will get us through with victory and with joy. So, trust Him, y'all. And onward, Christian soldiers. Let's be a good example to our children, and to all others who are watching us, so that we're leading them down a path of joy and not a path of despair. All right, be blessed, y'all. And don't forget to share. A lot of people need to remember that this is a choice. You might not get to choose your circumstances, but you sure can choose your attitude and your how you're gonna live, in joy or in despair. All right, be blessed, y'all. God is good. God is faithful. Trust Him all the time, and tell somebody else, because they need to know too. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day.